Danny, Shrewsbury at home on Saturday. How's the build-up been with all the rain hampering training?
The rain's been a challenge for sure. It's felt at times this week like we're going to float away because it's been pretty relentless, and the pitches have been pretty wet. But we, I think we always find a way. I think we're lucky because we do have access to a dome. I don't suppose there's many League Two clubs that have that access, we were able to get onto the grass in the early part of the week. So for us, it's always to adapt and try to find a way. We've obviously had to navigate through the transfer window at the early part of the week, and prepare for what we anticipate being a really tough game against Shrewsbury Town on Saturday. Yeah,
and in that last week, obviously, we brought the two Finns in who started on Saturday, and then Romeo Akachukwu coming in on deadline day, and he's now settling into the squad.
Yeah, what a name, and what a player as well. And we're obviously delighted to be able to bring Finn Barbrook and Finn back into the group last week. We desperately needed them with the injury challenges that we had going into the Crew game. I thought both boys to come straight in and start. You know, for Finn Barbrook, only 48 hours preparation. For Finn back, we picked him up en route to Crew on the Friday. So I thought both boys did incredibly well, and we're really thankful to Southampton. We didn't think we would add on deadline day unless we obviously sold anyone. But Southampton called us really late, and Romeo's a boy that Nicky and I know well. We've watched him a lot growing up, playing at Waterford. When we were at Lincoln, we did a lot with the Irish League, so it's always a league that we were pretty familiar with, and we have some good contacts there. And watched him as like a 15, 16-year-old. Playing in the first division, I think it was when we originally saw him, and I remember him scoring a hat-trick, maybe as a just turned 16, and in a semi-final of a playoff game, come on a sub 60th minute, scored 3, shot Waterford to the final, and then they played Cork in the final, and they won after extra time, as I remember, 2-1, and we loved him, just loved his energy, his athleticism. Boy can run, most importantly wants to run, but some real technical quality as well, could speed the game up. And we got really excited by him, but Southampton took it away from us really, and paid a significant amount of money, and took him. And since then Nicky and I obviously moved to Hampshire ourselves, managing Portsmouth, so we watch Southampton a lot, and he's a boy that we've been able to keep a close eye on, and we've always really liked him. And I think he was all done to a League One club, and it fell through right at the last minute. And thankful to Southampton because they picked the phone up, and I think they probably saw what we've done with some of the young loan players that we've worked with this year, and were really keen for him to join us. I think they felt the way that they felt his attributes suited the way that we played. So we're delighted to have him with us, and he would certainly add to the group.
Yeah, and those three are part of the cavalry you wanted to come over the hill. Any better with the injuries? Yeah, we've definitely had positive news on the injury front. So we've had a much more healthy training group. 3 or 4 back, which has been, we've been much needed for sure. I think we've lost our last 2 games. I think we've created 44 shots on goal and not scored in the last 2 games. So I'm not sure if that makes us a good team or a bad one, but even after that disappointment, I only have a feeling of optimism, because I'm just so excited. We have 18 games to go. We have such a good young group that are all on an upward curve, moving forward, making progress at a rate of knots, and getting a couple back, bringing the 2 Finns and Romeo into the group as well, means that we're going to have a super competitive squad. Everything to play for within the last 18 games. And we're facing a Shrewsbury side that, will you be looking at how they played or how Gavin Cowan manages the teams? Does that make it more challenging when the new man comes in?
Yeah, of course. Gavin Cowan, first game against Barnet last Saturday, so we have limited footage of a Gavin Cowan Shrewsbury Town team. He was only in the building maybe 48 hours, 72 hours before that game, so sort of limited time to prepare the team. Certainly made an impact with them against the ball. They defended really, really well, tight lines, defensively, worked very, very hard as a collective, consequently kept a clean sheet.
they've got good players, there's no doubt. You look at the experience in that team, some really, really good players, a lot that have played higher. So I'm not quite sure why they find themselves in the position that they're in. But they would have had an extra week to work leading into this game. We've obviously gone back and watched some of Gavin Cowan's games at Brackley to gain a better understanding of his game idea and maybe what they're working towards. This is just all part of our preparation. But yeah, the majority of the work this week, I suppose with the understanding we don't quite know what Shrewsbury are going to look like on Saturday has been on us. And we've got lots of areas to keep improving on. Like I said, we're playing with really good control, really good rhythm. We're doing a lot of really good things up until probably the final action, and we've just got to keep working on the quality of our execution, the decision making in that moment. And if we do that, and we keep focused, and we stay determined, and we keep believing in the way that we play, which I'm sure we will, then we know that the performances that we've had in the last 2 games, although they haven't brought us the wins that we want, we know that if we continue to play like that over a period of time, then the results will come.